and they just dismissed me. So I was like, okay, if someone else is out there, I'm just going to tell them, like, just look, just contact them. It's 30 minutes free conversation to ask anything.
Oh my gosh, totally. Hi, it's Ashley with Oswald Digestive Clinic, and today I have Debbie Kennedy with us, and she's just going to share a bit about her experience working with Marcy and working with our clinic. So thank you so much, Debbie, for taking the time and helping our clinic in this way so we can spread the message and help more people. So I think we just want to start with sharing a bit, Debbie, if you could, about how you were feeling before working with our clinic, and then what caused you to make the decision to sign up for a package and get started with Marcy?
Okay, hi. I had been struggling with bloating, basically, is the easiest way to explain it. I didn't know why or what it was from. I'm older. I've had a hysterectomy, and I just kind of blamed it on aging, and that's what the doctors tell you. So I would go to my family doctor, um, even a gastro doctor I visited, just because something had to change. I was miserable. I looked like I was 3 months pregnant most of the time. I worked out. I thought I ate fairly healthy. Um, I knew I needed to drink more water, the basic stuff. But every time I went to the doctor to try to get some answers, they just would say, take Miralax. Oh, it's nothing. It's your age. It's this or that. It's hormones. But I knew there was something that had to be, a better option. And Miralax and I do not get along. And so I didn't want to go down that path every day just to feel a little bit healthier or to go to the bathroom, And I work. I didn't want this just kicking in at work sometime or on the road to work. That anxiety made things worse. So accidentally, I found you. And I researched the clinic a little bit. And I think I reached out and asked some questions and then had my consultation and really thought, what do I have to lose? Because I've spent the time and the money going down the common road, asking my doctor, and it was getting me nowhere. And so I thought, I'll educate myself. The worst thing that can happen is, I come out with a little bit more awareness. And luckily for me, I've come out with huge relief and less bloating, a lot of answers, a healthier diet, and I feel so much better. So.
Oh, that gives me goosebumps. I have literal goosebumps. And you were just saying, Debbie, that you didn't even realize how bad you felt prior to working with the clinic. Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah. Other than, I'm sure everyone's been bloated before, but I was just tired. Like, I just didn't want to do anything because I felt like I just had this huge weight on me. And I didn't feel good. I just had a constant stomach ache. And then at one point, what really led me to the clinic, like I was like, I'm making a decision. I was so constipated, but I didn't know it, that I was having like palpitations in my lower abdomen. And I'm like, this is not normal. And I went to the doctor, and finally I had to ask for an x-ray. And it clearly showed I was had major blockage. And Miralax wasn't going to be the answer. So like, what's causing that? I can clean out immediately and painfully, but it's going to happen again. So like, how do I make things better? Like, what's the answer? And no one in my medical arena, my doctors, I had a colonoscopy, and they didn't even have answers. Their answer was Miralax. And I'm like, this is not for me. So I was like, there's got to be a change. There's got to be something better. So now, through diet, a little change in diet, a few supplements, you know, to calm my stomach and just heal it. Now things are back on track and normal, and I don't have to rely on medicine. And the supplements I'm taking are actually good overall for my body and my skin and my hair and my nails. This is kind of a side note from my gut, but for years, like literally years, I've had a split nail on my thumb. And it was so painful. And even the doctors couldn't figure out why or how to heal it. So I brought this up to Marcy, and I'm like, you know, this is kind of silly, but this really hurts. And it affects everything I do because it's my thumb. If I hit it or type or write something, it's just so painful. And with a few changes to my diet, it is healed completely. And I mean, like, my gut is a great thing, it brings me happiness that I feel better, but my thumbnail is huge to me. So I was like, I tell everyone about my thumb and they're like, what? But I would have never known, you know, healthy fats in your diet can really change a lot of things in your body. And you wouldn't even know that you needed to do that.
Wow.
I didn't know.
Cool story. No, somebody just asked me 2 days ago about nails, split nails again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I think it's so great that you trusted your intuition and thought, you know, what's the root cause of these? You know, just a medication band-aid isn't why I'm having these issues. Like, why am I having these issues? And you sought out your own health or help. And it's interesting because 90% of gut health doctors, gastroenterologists do say, you know, diet is as effective as medication for irritable bowel syndrome. It might even be more. I'd have to go back and look at the research. So the fact that, you know, sometimes gut health physicians aren't necessarily giving these referrals and you kind of went out on your own and found someone to help, I would say most doctors would totally support and agree that it's effective.
Yeah, and once I went back to my doctor, they were very supportive, and I'm not saying anything bad about modern medicine doctors, but sometimes you do have to be your own advocate, and you have to look outside of medicine is not always the key, but they are a great source to, like, they're the only people who could have given me an x-ray. Like, how would I have known I was, you know, I'm assuming I'm constipated, but severely blocked could lead to huge medical issues. Yeah. And so I am thankful that I was able to stop that. And of course, you know, as you get to a certain age, everyone should do the colonoscopy. So that is a good source. Like, I'm very pro for that. But sometimes, you know, Miralax is not the answer. And I really do believe diet changes so much. It gives you energy. It helps your skin. It helps your hair, your nails, your energy. You know, I said energy, but it's just, it's a common, simple approach to feeling better and really helping your gut. And like you always say, your gut leads to everything. It's, you know, a great source to keep you healthy, and it's the first area, like, really that will let you know if things are wrong. So you really have to take care of your gut. And that's the one thing I've learned from you guys, and it's not that difficult at all.
Well, I appreciate that. It is like that Hippocrates saying, who's known as the founder of modern medicine. Hippocrates, it all starts in the gut. So that totally aligns with your experience too.
Yeah, your intuition and then your health. So they go hand in hand.
Well, thank you so much, Debbie. Is there anything else that you can think of that you'd want to share before we kind of say goodbye?
I think that if anyone's considering this, the free consultation to talk to you is really beneficial. You guys, you and Marcy have been so generous with just side information and the videos you do and the gut health tribe. And I just think you offer so much to people without any pressure. Like you guys, it's so nice just to have you as a resource and friends now. You guys are just genuine people, and I really appreciate everything you've done for me.
Oh, we appreciate you too, and really appreciate your friendship and everything. Thank you so much for everything, Debbie.
Thank you.
So we'll kind of say goodbye and wrap up the testimonial. Hope everybody has a great day.